Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is this week's follow-along with Miss Paintalot and Kyung Shotwell's MPKS page-by-page project. I'm having so much fun doing the page-by-page with Kyung on Fridays. They're doing theirs on Saturday, and I thought I would do their prompts as well, just to have some fun. Not part of the collaboration at all. But I love doing prompt work, and so I thought this would give us an extra video a week as well. So this week we are on page 6, I believe, and the prompt is staple, not stapler, but staple. And this stapler is about 30 years old, and I filled it up for bear. I'm ready for bear. And these staples are the last of a set of 5,000 staples, I think, that I got back when I bought the stapler. So I guess I'm going to have to break down and buy some more staples. So let's do a quick review of what we've done. We've done the, it wasn't a die cut, it was, okay, it was one of those. Oh, it was stencil. Okay. And then this was garden, and this was number, and this was black and white, so I did Halloween. And then this was gold and turquoise. And then now we're on page 6, and we have to remember that the page opens into the middle. Okay, so that's the page we're going to be working with. So let's move this out of the way. Now, I had this weird idea that I didn't really want to make a functional page. I just wanted to kind of make a page that you could look at that had staples on it. So I went online and I got some copyright-free images that were these circles of these hot air balloons. I don't know why. I love hot air balloons. And then there was a bunch of circles, like I said, that I got. It was a whole page. And some of them just didn't fit. They were color, or they were newspaper print, or, you know, whatever. So these are all the extra circles. So we'll set those out of the way. And so I picked these 3 hot air balloon circles. And then I also found this image as well. And for some reason, I really liked it. I don't know if it's because it's the middle of November and everybody's doing Christmas stuff, and this has a big 25 on it. I think I just like it because it's kind of grungy, goth kind of looking. So, and that makes, this makes the 3rd page in this series that I've done that's on black paper. I don't know what has gotten into me. So we also have all these little circles that are dark. So we may look at some of those. When I was sitting here thinking about the page, though, I actually forgot that I had these. So we're going to set them aside, and we may or may not use them. So I also have some extra, just in case. You never know. Now, this page originally came out with cream on one side, or this background on one side. So I cut it down so that it was black on both sides. Of course, we have our staplers. We have our black soot. And then we also have our vintage photo, because we're going to kind of grunge these up a little bit, or distress them a little bit, or whatever you want to call it. So this is my idea. I'm going to just do something simple, but it's going to have staples on it. What I'm thinking is I'm going to ink these, and then I'm going to use the vintage photo to kind of knock back the white, you know, the cleanness looking of them. Let me show you the hot air balloons on here. Here's, whoops, here's one. I'll hold it still for a second, make sure the camera focuses on it. Here's the other one. And then here's the 3rd one. And then we have our page. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink these while we talk about what we're going to do. I'm thinking that I'm going to actually just staple them across the bottom, because, you know, I decided to make this a difficult page. I would like to say, since this is November 2021, I would like to say thank you to everyone that has sent well wishes for me. I've been having some back trouble, and that's why another reason this page is kind of easy. But I really wanted to do it, and I am feeling better, so thank you very much to everyone. I was very, very surprised at how many people took the time to wish me a speedy recovery. So, on to this. Now, we're not going to talk about that ever again. So, kind of a little bit of TMI, right? So, I also think that I am going to, now this isn't going to look any grungy or anything, but I'm taking the white off the edge so that you don't see it. And I thought about, I had this really cool clock paper from the Die Cuts with a View heirloom pack, or pad, or whatever it's called, stack, heirloom stack. But then I thought, that's too much. I also have this kind of a grungy page from there. And then I thought, why use up all that paper just to stick that on there and then not really see it or get any benefit out of it? So I decided to just go with the black. And then we're going to put it in our nice white book. just because I want to. So anyway, the plan is to staple them on the bottom, and I was going to make it look like they were, or I was going to glue them down and then just make it look like they were stapled. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to staple them and let them just kind of hang. I'm not going to staple them all the way to where they're attached completely to the page. I'm going to kind of make the staple hang down if I can. I may have to put you on hold and print some more circles. We don't know. And then also glue this to the page and then go back and put some staples on it to make it look like it's been stapled to the page. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with the staples across the bottom. I may just put some in the corners, a couple up the sides. I'm not really sure yet. Have stapler, will travel. Not sure what we're going to do. All right, so now let's take these papers. Use this, just a scrap piece of paper, and let's kind of funky them up a little bit so that they're not so white. There we go. I'm going to do that. That looks much better. See, it matches this a lot better. Probably don't need to stamp it every time. Oh, now I've murdered this one. Maybe not. They don't need to be perfect, do they? No. No, I say. I say no. No to the perfection. No to all the numbers and lines and squares in my brain. Right? All right. So now let's see. What do we need to do first? We need to staple these to the bottom. So let me see what I want to do here. You know, like how much I want to have hanging off. Well, I can't have them hang like I wanted, can I? They're a little bit big. Okay. I think I can get by with stapling just this part on. Okay. And I'm doing this before I glue it to the back, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but that's what I'm doing. And I don't even think they need to be even. I do think they need to be straight. But I don't think they need to be perfect, as she lines it up, trying to be perfect. So let's just staple these on here. Okay. Yeah, this one's going to stick off a little bit more. Oh, I can turn that one a little bit. Okay. Staple these little puppies on the bottom. Now, technically, we have now met our requirement of staples. However, I would like to put some staples on this. Maybe I'll do it before I glue it down, and that way if I make a mistake, I can use my other paper. Okay. What about putting a staple in the center and putting another one here. Oops, 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 too much noise. Okay, there's 3. Let's, I wonder if I can reach. Nope. Okay, so let's put one here. Let's go straight across. Put another one here. Let's put it on the line. Okay. Now that looks like it's stapled down. It's kind of hard to see the staples, but when you're looking at the page, you can see the shininess of the staples. I wonder. Oh, look at that. We'll do the one on this end. And then let's do one in the middle. Okay. Look at all of our staples. And you know what? We're actually almost done with the page. This is going to be the shortest one I think I've ever done. But I just kind of wanted to make it look stapley without making too many staples. And I'm not going to glue these down. I am going to glue just this paper. And I'm going to let them just kind of hang out. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue this paper down. Look at the back. I think we've met our staple requirement. And we didn't even eat any staples. Oh my gosh. That was like the worst joke ever. So let's get some glue going here. Now, this is probably not going to glue flat to the paper, I would say, if I had to guess, because of all these staples on the back. But that's all right, because that just makes it look more like it's stapled to the page. Try to give me a little more slide time. Okay. Now I know I want it to go very, very close to the top. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if they hang off a little bit, does it? Might kind of be all right. Let's slide it back just a little bit so you don't see that little bit of glue mistake. Sorry about the top of my head. Let's glue this down. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Very simple. Little 10-minute project. It did glue down flat, so I'm happy with that. Let's get our dry wet wipe. See if we can get that little teeny bit of glue off. Kind of came out because the staples don't let it lay completely flat. So we've got those stapled on there. And I like it. I know that it isn't anything cool or fancy. I could have put a couple of these on here, just around, and stapled them on, but you know what? I don't think it needs it. But look how many I have now. It was a whole page of these little tiny circles, so I'll bet there's 40 of them there. And then I also have 2 sets of alphabets, so that's another 50. Well, it's probably 60 because there's question marks and exclamation points and whatever. So I have 2 sets of those, plus I have the extra ones of these, plus I have another whole set of an alphabet. Some of them are going to go on our Living Large project, so you might want to check that out, see where the letters show up in that giant manila folder project. Okay, all right, let's glue it in the book. Definitely meets our staple requirement. Too bad it doesn't hang below the page. That would be kind of cool. Where's our fold? Way over there. Okay. Yep, because I need to move it up to make it even. Okay, so let's put some glue on here. The fastest page ever. Probably that I've ever done. I didn't really think it out that much ahead of time, except I knew I wanted the picture, I knew I wanted the circles, I knew I wanted staples. And that was it. That was my plan. It ended up being a fairly simple page, but you don't really need, you know, super duper flips and flaps and pockets and whatever on every page. You can have some that just look kind of cool. It's perfectly okay. Nothing in the rules that say you can't. And that's why, because there are no rules. There are no rules in junk journaling. You can do whatever you want, except put it on the wrong page. So let's make sure we put it on the correct page. No, we could put it on whatever page we want, actually. Let's see where our fold is. Okay. Okay, let's make sure it's straight. Cool. I like it. I like it. The white kind of sets it off. Okay, so let's put it back in here. And then the rest of our pages are going to go here. And so that's our page. Record-breaking time. Record-breaking time. I bet you guys are going to like that. So this is the end of our video. This is our page. And I will see you in the next video, which is going to be just a second for you and a day for me. Alrighty, bye-bye.